Okay, really dumb video. I don't believe I have to do this. Medical doctor versus non-physician manual medicine osteopath versus full scope of medical practice osteopathic physician. All right, here we go. Sherri Tenpenny. Let's talk about the real problem she has. It's not medical. Well, it is, but let's get on with it. Most spoons, knives, and forks are stainless steel, and stainless steel normally is not magnetic. Next, just a second. Grabbing magnet. Most keys are not magnetic. That's a hardcore magnet. Let's get something steel. Okay, that was steel. The keys are not magnetic. A person sticking a penny to their face, that's a parlor trick you learned when you were a kid. You'd get it to stick to your forehead. I'm magnetic now. I can make you magnetic too, because it'll stick to your skin because you're sweaty. It's capillary attraction, not magnetic. Medications that you get for the current year's problem don't contain quote-unquote metals. Why would you even vaguely say that when you're trying to invoke mercury? Microchips, they don't contain that. And they don't interface you with the 5G demon network that's supposed to suck out your soul and turn you into a rainbow-loving gay boy or girl. Apparently that's another conspiracy theory. Sherri Tenpenny is not speaking as a medical doctor at that point for a simple set of reasons. She's saying shit that isn't true about medicine. Magnetics, microchips, autoimmune diseases being caused by vaccines. She's an anti-vaccine, anti-mask hole who probably cuddles up to QAnon teddy bears. Is she a medical doctor? She has a doctorate in osteopathy. She's a DO, not an MD. That means she's not able to state that she is a medical doctor as far as her doctorate. She is required by law to emphasize, I'm an osteopathic physician. She can claim that. This may mean, depending on which state she's in, she's not legally allowed to prescribe shit sometimes. She is also running a foundation that takes donations and is probably tax exempt. Maybe. But I don't know. All I know is her and the other person who actually picked up a key and tried to stick it to herself don't know what they're talking about. As for paper clips, all you have to do is give these people a test medium. You claim that you're magnetic, okay? A compass needle would bend around you if you didn't have any metal on you anywhere. That means you have to completely remove all jewelry, all things in your mouth. If you have a metal clip in your mouth, it might be magnetic, or just admit you're lying about the magnetic field. Activists don't care about facts, and she's an activist, number one. Number two, anti-vaccine people have been heard, I don't know about her, others have been heard to try to tell people that the real reason they do it is they want to increase the death rate because they think that getting vaccinated is a cheat for their children. They want their kids to die so that they can thin the herd of the weak ones when you're in your formative years. I've heard that in person, by the way, too. Anti-vaccine people are ruthlessly propagandist and ignorant of and actively avoiding facts. I could stick a coin to my forehead when I was a kid. I think I can actually still do it. I don't know. It'll probably fall off. I've tried sticking to my cheek, but I have a beard and mustache. Women are able to do these tricks a little faster, but they're parlor tricks. But let me see. Can I stick it there to the third eye position? There, it's stuck for a couple of seconds. There's even a guy who got caught making shit stick to him because he carefully polished stuff up and found out what parts of his body would form a flat enough surface or whatever compatible surface to get it stick to so he could get on TV. Ohio had a meeting with some people, and a nurse or nurse practitioner tried and failed to stick something to her face or whatever. Well, that's because it's not magnetic, just like you said. No, it's because nothing's sticking to her. You can independently check to see if a surface has a magnetic field to it. You're not magnetic because you took aspirin or any other medicine. I'm not allowed to say what kind, apparently, because I'll get accused of shit. Again, the standard disclaimer. I'm attempting to reduce medical misinformation by telling people they're being lied to by someone who I like on TV, on the news, on CNN. This is an actual doctor saying this. They were acting astonished. It's like, no, it's an activist who doesn't give a shit about her medical credentials anymore because she doesn't care. She's an activist. It should also be pointed out there are some people out there who are physiotherapists and actually have medical training, and some people who are medical doctors who go ahead and just get an osteopathy degree because they can make more money at that in certain parts of the country. Like California, if you're an osteopath, you can get more money. You still get you can get coverage, but they may be full medical manual practice osteopath, yada yada or whatever. But the fact that we have to have some subtle designations here instead of it being just an MD. Sherri Tenpenny is not an MD. She's not listed as an MD. She doesn't have a specialty in this area. This is like the body and fender guy trying to diagnose your engine. That may work. They may have cross-pollination of data here, but that doesn't mean they have a specialty in it. It should be pointed out that most nurses are overqualified for the job and should be treated with much more respect. But when they say something as balderdash-ish as masks make things worse, activate viruses, or people lie about what's in a vaccine, that's when you have to say they're full of shit. So anyway, I'm going to leave the title as the way it is to be provocative. Sherri Tenpenny might have gotten a medical doctorate without telling anybody. It might be an MD somewhere. Or might be able to go to a country that allows her to call herself an MD when she's not. But she's listed as having only training as an osteopath or osteopathy. She might be an osteopathic physician. OP. But that's it. Next, I'd like to point out that the entire country of Australia, there was a movement to keep her from entering the country because she kept spreading absolute bullshit about vaccines and kept claiming to be a doctor, which is actually against the rules. You're not supposed to do that there, too. There are some countries where if you claim to be a doctor and don't specify what kind, they assume that you're lying about being a medical doctor, and it's against the law. Although those laws changed a while ago. In the United States, you can sell literally water as a medication because technically it doesn't kill somebody and get away with it. We don't have very high standards here anymore. Just saying. And I've met an osteopath who was also a full-scale medical doctor. I've also met osteopaths, they said they were, who had no medical training. Nothing. And there is, if the Wikipedia article would be stable because everybody keeps showing up simping for her, you might find out that Sherri Tenpenny might have gotten her diploma from a correspondence course. That's not how you study brain surgery, is it? I don't think she's qualified in this subject matter. That's an opinion. Next, that's not how magnetism works, you stupid asshats. This is really not that hard to test, is it? But this is not, again, this is the disclaimer. This isn't about COVID-19 because that's what gets you flagged. And it's not about vaccines. It's about, in general, any medication. If the medicine in the plastic vial doesn't stick to a magnet, it's not magnetic. Well, it's about the metals. You didn't provide proof of a metal and you keep sticking things to your face, acting like it's magnetism. Therefore, you're saying, magnets, how do they work? Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Sherri Tenpenny is a juggalo.